Happy Peeps, Suzanna here today for P5PP. It is a collaboration that I do with my friend Sarah where we choose 5 objects from our paper person kits and create. So today I'm creating with these 5 objects a traveler's notebook spread. So the 5 objects are the pattern paper, that one, the 3x4 stripes, the green alphas, the pattern paper from Amy Tangerine, the labels, and that particular floral puffy sticker. So one of the benefits of subscribing is that you get the digitals. So I turned that 3x4 card into a traveler's notebook page. I blew it up and printed it so I could cut it down. And then I am using my second object, the pattern paper from Amy Tangerine, and cutting that into a traveler's notebook sized page. I also have that road tripping card there. And I'm going to cut that so I can split it so that it provides more symmetry to the opposite page. And that is again from the printable because I refuse to cut into the B side. Make your own washi. So that was a 4x6 card that I shrunk down to 3x4 so that I got more pattern. I printed it on rice paper, Japanese rice paper. You can see I put a strip of double-sided tape behind it, and I'm going to cut exactly the width of that double-sided tape. You could cut smaller if you wanted thinner washi. And then I'm just going to rip the edges, and voila, you have made your own washi. There's something about that Japanese rice paper that gives you that sort of see-through look of washi tape. So that pattern is from a contour map, and I've seen that pattern all kinds of places lately. Lots of kits and collections coming out currently have a lot to do with travel now that we're all getting back on the road again. And I saw Feed Your Craft and Studio Calico had that contour map washi, and I coveted it badly. But then when this came, and another thing coming down the road that you'll see, I was like, ooh, I know how I can create my own. And that way I can get the color that I want and everything. So simple tip. With the kit, you also get the stamps, and I'm going to use a fair number of the stamps. I could stamp directly on the page, but I want a few of them to stand out, and so I'm going to just stamp them on cardstock and then fussy cut them. So you definitely have that locator that is going to be fussy cut. Now I am stamping on the road again. No, let's get away. And that's going to go below the photo. So I use stamps as elements on my page. I'm also using it here. They're sort of subtitles or on the page, and then I'm also going to use them for my title as well. This is the GPS navigator, and because I'm stamping on foam, I don't always get a clear impression, so I had to stamp it a second time. I'm going to fussy cut those 2 elements, and again, it just provides you, that's the other nice thing about stamps, is they give you another opportunity for creating your own embellishments. So I have 2 pieces of washi created from that contour map there of my homemade washi. And I want my title of my page to be On the Road Again, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on the, and then I'm going to use those green letters, the letter stickers for road, and then I'm going to stamp the end of the road, the word again. So it has the whole phrase, but by using that heavier weighted font as well as the green letter stickers, you call more attention to that, I believe, and therefore it's the more prominent thing that then gives you the title there. So I've pretty much committed to all of my elements, so I can start sticking things down. This is just a quick fussy cut, so normally with fussy cutting I'm going to pass through that, speed through that, but I'm not going to do that with this because this is actually a short video and I feel like I have a lot to say, and I need the time to do that. I am going to apologize in advance. This is actually the 3rd time that I'm doing this voiceover because I've had some skipping problems lately. I know in my last video that it was skipping. I listened to this whole thing twice and it skipped as well. So I'm hoping that by using this mic, I'm going to get better results. So if you do end up with skipping, I apologize. I have a feeling it has something to do more with my video than it does with the actual voiceover, because it doesn't matter what mic I use, I seem to be getting this problem. Trust me, I know, I'm aware, and I am certainly going to do my best to work on it. I've shut all of the other apps that are working, so I will do my best to fix this. So this is another one of the elements. It's a floral puffy sticker. I regret choosing it because it does not work. It works very well with that striped paper, but it doesn't really work with the theme of what I'm doing. So I overcome that by sticking it on that striped pattern paper because it is a busy floral. And so all of the colors that are in that floral are also in that striped paper. And by having it on that busy paper, instead of say that blue-gray on the right-hand side, it becomes less noticeable. It doesn't stand out in your visual field. By also having that red sticker down the bottom below, it creates balance between that red strip at the top and then that red at the bottom. And so your eye moves pretty quickly from the red to the red down that line of things that are there. And so you kind of overlook that floral. It's something that's in your visual field, but it's not annoyingly in your visual field. And then that fussy cut backpack from one of the 3x4 cards, again, just becomes an embellishment that I'm going to put there. So thinky fingers, how am I going to, I know I've got all the pieces that I want, trying to figure out how I'm going to align them all on the page. I've long known that this was going to be the basic format with that cut card around the photo, and then where is the washi and the other little sort of support elements to that going to go. So there are two things that I am going to do off camera, so the road in Road Trip, and see how even looking at the video here, it's very hard to make out, and so I am going to take a gray pen and I'm going to color in road. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I feel like I've got a lot, it's fairly monochromatic on the right hand side with a lot of color on the left hand side. So I'm going to pull in a little bit of that pinky red just by using one of the floral puffy stickers on that GPS map on the right hand side there. So previously I talked to you about the title and how I was going to do that. So this is the actual process. When you want to just use part of a stamp, I like to use Post-it notes. The sticky side of a Post-it note sticks perfectly to the stamp so that I can cover up what I don't want stamped, ink it, and then I pull that Post-it note off just as I have done there. So that is going to pretty much wrap up. I'm just going to finish sticking down all of the elements on the page, but that is, and then I'm also going to show you that I've used all 5 of my elements. So that will wrap up the creation of the page. Be sure to head over to Sarah Scraps' channel. That's in the description box. If you just click on her name, that'll take you to her channel, and you can find her video and see how she created with these 5 elements. If you subscribe to PaperPerson, which I think you should because they are just amazing kits, and you would like to play along with our Pick 5, we would love to have you join us. If you just use the hashtag P5PP, we know to we follow that hashtag, and so we will know that you have played along as well. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.